Hi, Cancer, or anyone watching for Cancer. So, this reading is going to take a look at your love life and not only extend it if it seems like there's a need to. As I was tapping into your energy in the shuffle, I was seeing that you all are trying really hard to manifest kind of this new life, right? Like wanting a relationship that's committed, a job that perhaps has a higher level of pay or more responsibility. Some of you are very focused on starting a family or wanting to start a family. There was an energy of feeling like you were totally rebranding your life or changing everything around. And when I pulled your cards, the message is actually really clear. I'm seeing that you are tired of feeling lack in your life, right? Whether that's a lack of love or a lack of prosperity or abundance. And now it seems like you're trying to make things happen, right? You're very focused, you're very driven. It's almost like you're looking at things like, okay, what do I have to work with? I just need to make it work with what I have. And I feel like that is not the right approach for you this month because as I'm looking into what's coming towards you and how that'll affect you, you got the Three of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So it feels like to me, Cancer, you had all these ideas about what your life would be like, right? In your future. And because they haven't manifested or materialized the way that you thought that they would, rather than trusting the process, it feels like you're trying to put a square peg into a circle hole or whatever that saying is, right? It's like you're giving up on the life that you imagined for yourself and you're kind of looking at what you have to work with. But I feel like in doing that, right, you're revisiting options that have already shown you they don't work, right? Whether that's a system that you're going back to, a person that you're going back to, could be a job or a belief, right? It's just kind of like, well, this is here. I got to do what I can with what I have. Well, that's going to put you in the Five of Pentacles energy because I feel like you've been doing all these upgrades to yourself. It seems like you spent a period of time really working on yourself and your environment has not caught up with you yet, right? There's that time delay, but you're viewing it as, okay, well, I did all the work. Where is the reward, right? Where is the upgrade? Nothing is different. Everything's the same. This doesn't work, right? I need to just call my ex, whatever. I'm ready for a baby, right? Spirit is not going to let what you're doing work because it's not for you. The thing is that you're not trusting the process. You've done the work, right? So you should be reaping the reward. But it could be that whatever is coming for you is so big that it's not ready, right? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, your obstacle. It could also be that you're not ready for whatever's coming to you because it's so big, right? Spirit is trying to bring you something really awesome. I don't think you believe that anymore because it's not happening on your timeline. But nothing is going to move in your life until you make the decision to stop turning around and considering things from your past as an option for you now. Because you will always find yourself in the Five of Pentacles if you do that, right? What's the point of going back and paying attention to a situation that inspired you to make a massive shift based on the fact that you didn't like the outcome, right? Or you didn't like the way you were being treated by that person? Why go back and pay that attention? It's like, as long as you're still fearful enough to go back and look at some of these old options, Spirit is saying, like, you're not ready for my big opportunity, right? Because I feel like whatever this is so big that it might scare you. You know, I think that when I'm looking at this with the Chariot in the reverse being your why this is all happening, you're not there yet, right? You're not ready yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like there's just something that needs to happen first before these floodgates of abundance open up, And I feel like part of that is you learning how to be happy without having the things that you thought would make you feel successful. Because in all honesty, like having that house, having that car or that position, these cards are literally saying that no matter what you get, if you're not happy, you're never going to be happy. Right. So I think with this Chariot in reverse as your why, this is you, Cancer, right? You haven't arrived yet, but well, that doesn't make sense. You wouldn't plan a 300-mile trip and then because you haven't driven the amount of time it would take you to travel 300 miles, right? Oh, well, I drove an hour and I'm not there. So I guess we're just going to be wherever this is. What is this, Iowa? Cool. We'll just stay here. That's kind of what you're doing. And so I feel like until that gets worked out, until you stop feeling the urge to do that and start trusting the process, whatever this is, it's like, this is something so big that you can't have doubts. You have to be able to set your intention and keep going regardless of what you see around you. Okay. So maybe you are moving into a space where you will be a creator, right? Because creators have a vision and they can make something out of nothing because they see the possibilities, but they also have the faith that whatever they're creating will come into fruition, right? Think about all of the inventors in the world. They literally pulled an idea from the ethers and made it happen in a way that was tangible. And people probably said, that's never going to happen. You're crazy, whatever, right? That's how you're feeling right now. Oh, well, if I don't pick one of my options, even though I don't want any of my options, I guess I'll never have kids. I guess I'll never get married. Why do you feel that way? What is the rush, right? You're not allowing what you've created to take form before you give up on it. Your opportunity is the Fool in the reverse. So I feel like you could ask yourself, why do you feel the need right now to make such impulsive decisions? Because when I'm looking at your advice, you got 7 of Cups. So are you comparing your life to someone else? Are you looking at the people around you and feeling like everybody has something that you don't have? There's something here that's got you acting a little bit irrational or making impulsive decisions when spirit is trying to tell you, you know better than this, right? You know better than to put yourself in these situations or to even consider looking at something that you've dealt with that was unfulfilling because you finished that part of your life, right? You don't seem like you have room in your life for these blessings because you still have so many doubts. And it seems like you still kind of are keeping this like exit plan in case what you want does not materialize, right? And that's not how it works. Like some of you are going to be a business owner where you make so much money that you have to make very big decisions, right? And so you can't have doubts. You have to be very sure about your vision. As I was shuffling, I was hearing tunnel vision, like tunnel vision. You have to know where you're going. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that you will get there. You don't seem to know that, right? It's like you're becoming insecure and a little bit triggered because you're too old, you're too young, you're too this, you're too that. There's no way you could possibly get what you want. Everybody else has what you want and you don't have it. Your advice is the 7 of Cups. All that glitters is not gold, Cancer. You don't see what people's lives are like behind the scenes. You only see what people tell you on social media. You only see what people tell you at the cocktail party when they're talking about the vacation they just took or how happy they are in their relationship. You don't know the reality of their situation. Part of this is that you have to stop comparing yourself to other people because your path, it does not look the same. It's not going to look the same because there's something very special about you that you're supposed to harness and refine, and there's something very important that you're supposed to do. I think people get it twisted and they start comparing their lives to all these other people. And people are just kind of filler. Like, they're just kind of part of the matrix. Not saying people don't exist, but what I'm saying is, like, not everybody has had your circumstances. Not everybody has had your life. So for you to say, like, oh, this person has more, how did that person get married and they've been married for 10 years? Well, that person didn't have the trauma that you had, and it didn't take them so long to learn how to date and feel safe, right? Or this person came from generational wealth. So before they opened their business, they spent 5 years working at the family business, making more than what most people make in a year, in a month, right? You don't know people's stories. You're just feeling as though what you want is not going to come for you. And you're allowing that to stop your show. You're allowing that to separate you from what your dream is, what your goal is, from your creation, right? And then you're feeling upset. You're feeling bitter. You're feeling angry with source or the universe or whoever, right? For some of you, your soulmate is married to someone else, and until they get that divorce, you're going to be with other people and try to rush the show and end up, being a single parent or having a marriage that falls apart because that's not who God or spirit or the universe or whoever you believe in had intended for you, right? Whatever this big 10 of Pentacles represents, it's not ready yet. And so you have to work on you, right? And you have to get clear about what you want and what's missing from your life, but not in the sense of what will validate me, what will make me truly happy. If I could do anything, what would it be? If I could have any kind of partner, who would it be? Rather than going back and looking at lack and limitation and options that you already know you don't care about or you don't want to deal with. Okay. I don't feel the need to extend this because if there is someone in your life, Cancer, right now, I'm going to tell you, whatever they're doing, they could be trying to speak to you, and that'll be a result of you feeling like you've been in this energy of lack. You have to work with what you have. So the universe is like, your wish is my command. Here's this person. Okay. But I'm going to tell you right now, if this person has been committed elsewhere, they're still committed somewhere else. If they've been indecisive, they're still indecisive, because I see you, wanting whoever this is to make a decision, and they don't choose you. Okay. And they don't choose you because this is not for you. There's something better for you. So it's like, if you've leveled up, right, you're going to keep going back and repeating the same grade over and over to try to hope that other people will graduate that grade with you, that you can pull them along with you. That doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? You're going to keep getting the same result. So for this, I don't personally feel the need to look into this as far as an extended reading, because I feel like the person that you're going to be dealing with is really somebody that's just supposed to trigger you to get you out of this funk. I feel like this is somebody that you've already dealt with. This is somebody that is probably coming back into your energy, right? And the only lesson this person has ever taught you is how to cut them out of your life, how to put yourself back together when they don't show up for you or they don't make good on the things that they promised you, right? I do feel like you should probably protect your energy, with your advice being the 7 of Cups. Whatever is going to be shown to you by this person, this job, whatever this is that you feel the need to revisit because you're worried about your future, they're full of shit, right? It's an illusion. It's fool's gold, but sometimes we have to look at our past to realize how far we've come, right? Or to realize that there really is nothing there, right? There is no way but forward. So I'm not extending this, but I am going to pull you some oracle cards, because I've made the decision that unless there's like some big love situation with someone else, I'm not going to extend, okay? So your yes or no oracle card says, yes, you could, but the situation isn't helping you reach your full potential. And that's exactly what I'm feeling. It's like, why are you afraid of having faith? Are you afraid of disappointment? Right? Because at the end of the day, this whole situation is disappointment. So what's the worst that could happen, right? If you move on and if you allow yourself to dream, maybe this is a self-esteem thing where if something doesn't materialize in the time that you think that it should, you feel like you're not worthy or you're not deserving. But in reality, what you want is so big that it's not ready or you're not ready, right? But it doesn't mean it's not coming. So your oracle card says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Cancer, what that's saying is that it's time for you to release control over this situation, right? If you have like a timer where you're like, oh, I should have been married by 25. I should have bought my house by 27. I should have traveled at least to 3 different continents by, get rid of that, right? Get rid of that. You're coming from a place of lack and a place of disparity where it's like, I'm so far behind. I'm running out of options. You're trying to claim what you want, okay, well, it hasn't shown up yet, so it's got to be this person because I don't see it yet. No, right? You have to go with the flow. Bottom of your deck says surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out, right? All right, Cancer, I will speak to all of you again soon. I do give away a free personal reading every week. The details are in the description box down below. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I hope that this was able to help you. I will speak to all of you again soon, but in the meantime, you take very good care of yourselves. Bye.